Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of Marcusfeld, and welcome to the newest installment of MITV. I am your Brandon, Anchor Krejci, and let's take a look at some of tonight's top stories. And now we have Will cracking down hard on cross-boundary transfers. Take it away, Will.
And we're back with another episode of the Political Factors Situation Zone on ice. This week, I'll be talking to students to see how they feel about cross-boundary transfer students coming in and taking places in our school. Let's take a look at the clips. How do you feel about cross-boundary transfers?
I think it's incredibly wrong because I think the school should look after its own people before it looks after strangers.
I feel like they're jock musties.
How do you feel about cross-boundary transfers?
Pretty horrible.
Pretty horrible. And you?
I just think that they're filling up our classes.
They're filling up already.
You know, there's like people in our area that need to be in these classes, and then there's the cross-boundary transfers that take all the class spots.
I am not okay with people coming here and taking in spots in our classrooms that should belong to naturally born Isfeld students.
How do you feel about cross-boundary transfers?
It's horrible. We have enough people already. Don't let any more in.
I guess it creates some diversity.
How do you feel about cross-boundary transfers?
Well, I'm a new student.
Wait, so you didn't go to Isfeld from the beginning?
No.
So you got a cross-boundary transfer? How do you feel about cross-boundary transfers?
That's the only reason why I'm here.
Wait, so you're here because you got a cross-boundary transfer to be here?
Yeah.
You know what? Isfeld is meant for students who belong here, who were born in Canada, and you know what? I think you should go back to your own high school because you aren't welcome. The hallways are full enough as it is. How do you feel about cross-boundary transfers?
I think they're taking advantage of our welfare system, classroom funding, and overall we should just build an entire wall around the boundary, just make sure they don't come in here.
As we can see here, a student from another region in the valley is attempting to get a cross-boundary transfer as we speak. Look at him. Well, Isfeld, the consensus is clear. We as a student body do not want cross-boundary transfer students immigrating to Isfeld and taking our jobs, which we are preparing for in this educational institution. Back to you, Brandon.
Well, Will, I didn't think your segments could be any less interesting, but there you have it. And now we have Kyle with the segment on the newspaper. Wait, we have a newspaper? How delightfully old-fashioned. And next thing you know, we're going to have segments on the VHS, carrier pigeons, even Egyptian hieroglyphics. Take it away, Kyle.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm here to talk to you about the news, paper, and how provocative it's become. Is this a reflection of today's youth? Or the degeneration of legitimate publications like the Isfeld Icebreaker? Has Isfeld's newspaper really dropped themselves down to MITV's level, using sex to capture their audience? Now that I have your attention, I'm here with the editor-in-chief of the newspaper, Oliver Winden. So I've noticed a few more provocative articles than there normally are in the newspaper. You care to elaborate on that for us?
Well, Kyle, as they say, sex sells. In business, it's booming.
So do you think your recent change in apparel has been at all influenced by the change in the newspaper?
Well, since they've been offering condoms in student services, the guy has to look his best.
Now I'm gonna get some interviews about sex.
What?
What are your opinions on teenagers having sex? So if you were to be presented with a condom, do you think you would be using it for sexual intercourse or as a finger puppet? So how do you fine gentlemen feel about sex?
Well, we can show you.
No, cut the show! Cut.
MITV is like Home and Garden magazine, while the Isfeld Icebreaker is the Cosmo.
There you have it, Brandon.
Thanks, Kyle. Well, I guess that concludes this episode. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page. Or, you know, the least you can do is give me a compliment in the hallways or something. Like, come on, I'm trying here. Well, have a good weekend and stay frosty, Marcusfeld.